Thank you, Mr. Lankan, Narayan, President of the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia, and of course members of the FCCI and Chef Pablis, Dr. Chef Pablis Silva, and ladies and gentlemen. Let me say that we at the High Commission, we are really happy to be associated with the FCCI and to organize this Sri Lanka night. As Mr. Lankan Narayan said, we have been talking about this for about a year or so, and of course we organized this Sri Lanka Food Festival last week. Actually it went on for about 10 days at the Taj, and when we of course got Chef Pablis to come, we thought why not keep him for at least 2 more days and have an event here, and so that's why it has become a reality. Let me say that we the High Commission and of course Mr. Venkat as well as FCCI, I think we have been maintaining very close relations right throughout. All my predecessors have been talking about you, and of course even before I came I've seen your name, your island correspondent, and very regular articles on whatever that is going on, and which is of in India and which is of interest to Sri Lanka, of course talking about India-Sri Lanka relations. Speaking about the media, of course we know that I think the majority of you represent foreign media outlets, media channels, the print media as well as the electronic media, and media always plays a very important role for us diplomats and also the policymakers, the politicians, whoever, and even on the man on the street. You perform a very important role for all of us, for all people, whether it's India, Sri Lanka, or all over the world, because you construct opinions, you report incidents, you can change mindsets, and also create opinions, mindsets, change perceptions, and that is a very important role that the media plays wherever in the world. We know that the world has changed, and also the role of the media has also changed in many areas. We know that you have to grapple with media responsibility, media ethics, discussions and dissent, and of course you have to also face sometimes criticism of the spin that you may give on certain reports. Of course, now people talk a lot about fake news, and of course the social media which has taken over, which the press of a button, news is flashed all over the world in a few minutes. So I know that being a journalist is something people say it's a passion for you. And of course, some people consider it a job, but it's a very important job that you perform. Speaking to make just a few remarks on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, we are an island nation of maybe 22 million people. We are very cosmopolitan because we had so many starting from traders from the east, from the west, from Rome, Greece, and then in the west and also in the east, India, of course, China, all traders going east-west, traveling east-west, and of course we were also colonized by the Portuguese, followed by the Dutch, and then of course the British. So we have taken on all these influences, and we are a very cosmopolitan society. We have a functioning democracy, educated population, nearly 26% literacy rate, a growing economy, and of course we are open to the world. We are very much engaged with the international community. speaking just a few words about India-Sri Lanka relations. Of course, India is our closest neighbor. We have very close relations from time immemorial. We have maintained close links, interactions, trade, culture. Our culture, we have so many similarities, language links. We talk about Pali, Sanskrit, people-to-people contacts, economic and of course political links at the highest level. And so our relationship is a very special relationship that we have with India today at present, and a very good, excellent relations at all levels. Some of you would have visited Sri Lanka. Some who have not visited Sri Lanka, I would encourage you to visit our country. It's a beautiful country. We have such a lot to offer, and of course what I'm talking about is tourism, and also as journalists you have to visit a country, as you know, I don't have to tell you, to get a feel of the country and to meet the people and to gather whatever information and about the people and the country and the systems that are in place in Sri Lanka. And as I said, we encourage you to visit Sri Lanka. Tourism is a booming industry today. In fact, India sends the largest number of tourists. India is the #1 tourists who visit Sri Lanka, and it's increasing. And I keep on saying it's about over nearly 3.5 lakhs of Indians who go annually. But compared to the Indian population, I think it's just peanuts. So many others, so many tourists could go, and we encourage you to go and see the sights and sounds. In a little while, we'll be showing a video, just a very short, brief video, which will give you an idea of the attractions in Sri Lanka, the beaches, the mountains, the history, the culture, the wildlife, and of course the shopping as well, where a lot of Indians who go as tourists always come back with a lot of shopping that they have done in the country. This evening's focus is of course on cuisine, Sri Lankan cuisine. Of course we talk about similarities, but at the same time what we say is our food is very unique as well. The blend of spices is different, and of course I don't want to talk about our cuisine because we have the expert here, Dr. Master Chef Pabilis, who is at the Mount Lavinia Hotel, as it was mentioned. It's one of the old colonial hotels built by the British, and let me say that Chef Pabilis has worked at the hotel for 63 years continuously. He started. Yes, that's right. Yes, he doesn't hide his age. He doesn't hide his age because he doesn't look that age. He I think has joined when he was 19, 63 years. And loyal service. The hotel is very happy with him, has treated him very well, and now he's at the top executive grade as the master chef at Mount Lavinia Hotel. And of course in a little while we will also be, there will be a dance performance, as you said. I don't know where they are going to perform. We thought we'll have it outside. Let's see. And you know, that also shows the dancers are Indian girls who will be performing. It's an Indian company, and that shows the links. They of course have been to Sri Lanka many times, and they have taken in some of the Sri Lankan dances. So today they'll be performing 3 Sri Lankan dancers and some, I think, one fusion, but Sri Lankan dancers, because we couldn't get done. We had a few issues. We wanted to have it last week. Actually, we got a group and they had to go back because our event was postponed. So today they have obliged us, and and that alone demonstrates the links between India and Sri Lanka. So I don't want to speak for too long. Of course, once again, the chef will also speak a few words. I think I'll leave it to you. He is also, he has got into the Guinness Book of Records because he has cooked the longest milk rice. You know, milk rice is something that we prepare for very auspicious occasions. The longest, as I said, I don't know how long it had been. So the longest, we call it kiribat, milk rice. And also the smallest book.
Smallest
Cookery book on recipes for prepare for king. Last king for the aristocracy. So that also so I don't want to speak for too long. Anyway, let me thank Mr. Venkat Narayan also, who has been over the last 2 years I have been very closely associated, and thank you for arranging this place. I hope the rain gods will be with us at least in a few minutes, and please savor the food, Sri Lankan food, which has been prepared by him and his assistant, and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, High Commissioner. Now I request the Master Chef to say a few words.
Always talking problem today, little rain. Yeah. Actually, I making today food. No artificial color, no artificial flavor, no animal milk, no animal fat. World, Sri Lanka, only one country, this 4 items without cooking. Also, I had another very important item.
What is it?
I like Adare.
He says he cooks with a lot of love.
Love.
And that is...
Today, you eat food, Adaraya, Karunava, Anivarum, Mr. Kerala.
He has mixed love and
Karuna.
Maitri, friendship, and Maitri, kindness, loving kindness.
Yeah. I try our food. Ingredient, 42 items I used ingredient, rampe, karabicha, coriander, cardamom, cloves, very healthy item, 42 items. Additional, Maitri Karuna.
You know, they say you have to cook with a lot of love and patience, then it comes first.
My small book, like a
size of the meal.
40 items have our last in one meal.
Oh, the team used to have 40 curries.
Thank you very much.
Try our food.
Yeah. For the last 60 years, he has been waking up at 4 o'clock and he makes tea for his wife, goes for a walk, and comes on time and leaves at 6 o'clock. It has been his schedule and he would like to continue to work till the last day of his life. That's what he was doing.
What time does he sleep?
9
o'clock.
92.
92 in the morning.
92 in the morning.
Gets up at 2 o'clock.
No, yes, every day.
Oh, my God.
Every day.
There's a question.
Chef to keep so fit?
Yes.
What do you eat to keep so fit?
My house food, 6:30, I have my house dinner. Wife makes.
6:30 dinner.
She's asking what pizzas were
It's a lot at 6:30.
My breakfast, 1 kilo fruit. 1 kilo fruit. Every day, 1 kilo fruit we eat. Morning. Lunch, no my dinner, king dinner, my house.
Oh, 6:30.
Wife making. My heart 45, 8, 63, 83, 45.
You know, he has been given the title of Deshbandhu in his country, and he published a book weighing more than 3 kilos, and the president of Sri Lanka went to Mount Lavinia Hotel to release that book. It's highly regarded in his country as a gesture of love, karuna and Maitri. Deshbandhu, we are delighted to give you a small token, a mug, coffee mug, specially designed to celebrate our 60th anniversary.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, we now have a 10-minute film about Sri Lanka. You have to put up the lights and before.
Our wife making me food. He not going temple every day. Early morning, both going to pray house temple. But දැන් මම මේ දෙපාන්තර කියන දේ මම කියන්නම් කරන දේ හැබැයි මේ නෝනලට අත්දැකවන්න එපා කියලා.
He says that he will tell the audience what he does in the morning, but he's asking you all not to experiment or follow what he says.
Okay.
I got you.
මම දෙකට නැගිටලා
He gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
මූණ හොදගෙන
He has a wash,
වතුර උණු කරලා නිවලා
boils water and cools it.
බුදුහාමුදුරුවන්ට බුද්ධ පූජාව ලෑස්ති කරලා
He prepares the puja to Lord Buddha at home. He has a shrine.
ඊට පස්සේ දෙයියන්ට පළතුරුයි උණු වතුරයි ඒකයි අරන් ගිහිල්ලා දෙයියන්ට පූජා කරනවා.
He offers fruits, tea and water to God, to Buddha.
Not God. Deya.
Deya, God.
Daya is cow.
Deya is God.
Who is God? Who Deya?
Deya is God.
Eh? No, my Deya who?
Right. Wow. That's amazing.
Island offers the smorgasbord of delightful tropical weather, golden beaches and luscious mountains. Culture and architecture steeped in centuries-old heritage, juxtaposed against modern style and contemporary architecture. Exotic endemic life and well-protected habitats, including those of the largest animals on land and sea. And 20 million smiling faces that celebrate the land's rich ethnic and cultural diversity. The people and places of this magical land are delightful wonders in their own right. With nearly 1,600 kilometers of palm-fringed coastline surrounding the country, Sri Lanka is a destination like no other for sun, sand and sea worshippers. From golden beaches, gently kissed by the Indian Ocean along the southern coast, to long swaths of pristine white beaches along the eastern coast, distinctive mangroves and aquamarine waves, Sri Lanka's coast offers perfect spots for everything, from exciting water sports to seclusion and relaxation. Snorkelers and deep-sea divers will be fascinated by Sri Lanka's underwater wonderlands and ancient shipwrecks. Globally renowned for its beaches, the sandy coast of the island is the top pick for any discerning tourist. Sri Lanka's history goes back over 3,000 years, a magical past and generations of heritage left behind by gods, kings and mighty rulers of yore. Echoing this history are haunting archaeological sites, including 6 listed among UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Enter an era when man tamed rocks and raised colossal monuments from the ground up, built cities in the sky described to be celestial abodes, and fed its people and fields with remarkable engineering insights that baffle us even today. With varying climates and geography, all packed into a small island, scenic landscapes are the only things one can enjoy while visiting Sri Lanka. From mountain tops to the ocean depths, it is a world where adventure lingers at every corner. From wind and kite surfing to kayaking, yachting, whitewater rafting, water skiing and scuba diving, and even hot air ballooning, this is the place to get your adrenaline racing. The island is home to the highest concentration of endemic species in the world. The wildlife reserves and untamed forests offer up close views of wildlife in their own habitats, while the Singaraja rainforest, brimming with endemic life, is designated a biosphere reserve and UNESCO World Heritage Site. The whale and elephant, the largest mammals on land and sea, can be spotted within hours of each other, only in Sri Lanka. A spiritual awakening pervades the atmosphere of Sri Lanka and promotes the renewal of body, mind and spirit. Promoting both physical and mental health and wellness, the country continues to capture the essence of healthy living. Conserving the environment while improving the well-being of people, Sri Lanka also takes pride in being a nation that promotes ecotourism. Filled with romantic landscapes, inspired by rising mountains, lush forests, snaking rivers, and gushing waterfalls, Sri Lanka was considered the lost paradise by many a globetrotter who fell upon the country. With vast sweeping vistas at every turn, Sri Lanka abounds in spectacular, breathtaking landscapes, drawing visitors closer to these scenic marvels and allowing them to view the world from a different angle. Renowned for being the world's foremost teas in quality, flavor and variety, Ceylon tea is famed for its freshness and unique taste. Introduced by the British imperialists, Ceylon tea attracts huge demand across the world to become Sri Lanka's flagship export commodity. Established in 1867, the Ceylon tea industry celebrates 150 years in 2017, a landmark achievement worthy of nationwide commemoration. The tropical geography also ensconced some of the most spectacular and rare gemstones in the world, including precious sapphires of every hue and a range of semi-precious gems that add color to jewelry across the world. The true essence of Sri Lanka's culture lies in the exotic cuisine that never fails to impress those looking to spice up their life. With a truly plural population consisting of many races and religions, Sri Lanka is never short on festivals and celebrations. Every month brings a celebration of either religious or cultural importance, each with its unique rituals and observances, and an abundance of dance, drama, colors, sounds and lights. The Kandi Perahara, also known as the Grand Pageant of Asia, is the most tourist-oriented festival in the country. Strategically located in the middle of the east-west shipping routes and with 4 seaports, Sri Lanka is the ideal destination to capitalize on the cruise tourism industry. Venturing into this growing industry is highly beneficial as Sri Lanka has access to trade routes of many merchant countries around the world. Native to Sri Lankan culture is the oldest, most holistic medical system available in the world. Ayurveda is the country's traditional healing system, which has been perfected over the course of more than 5,000 years. While you take your mind, body and soul through a cleansing journey with the rejuvenating goodness of Ayurvedic medicine, for those looking for more contemporary medical attention, the country offers the best in modern healthcare solutions and facilities, supported by highly qualified medical professionals equipped with the latest technology. In the map of the world, Sri Lanka resembles a seemingly unremarkable tiny droplet of water. Yet, within the island lies a topography so captivating that none can fathom. Testimony to this are the tales of native rulers and colonial invaders who saw the importance of this island centuries ago. Sri Lanka features, even in the Ramayana trade, the legendary tale of Rama, who is said to have built a bridge from India to ancient Ceylon thousands of years ago. The natural ambience of Sri Lanka that features alluring rivers, breathtaking landscapes, the world's most hospitable people, and a rich and diverse culture makes it the destination for weddings. Annually, the country sees thousands of local and foreign nationals wed amid the perfect backdrop of Sri Lanka's inimitable sunsets. As more tourists hone in towards the unique attractions that only Sri Lanka can offer, the potential for growth is immense. Identified by Bloomberg and many reputed travel guides as the best place to visit in 2017, and with an average 15% growth rate in tourist arrivals recorded during the past 3 years, the country is teeming with opportunities for investment, ranging from infrastructure development to recreational facilities and tourism services. The island has grown in leaps and bounds, and many investors are recognizing and capitalizing on the destination's potential, with numerous international brands being established in the local market. For the convenience of visitors, the national carrier, Sri Lankan Airlines, operates to many destinations in Europe and Asia, while an online visa system has been in place from 1st January 2012. Several locations across the country have been identified and dedicated as zones for tourist development. One such development is the expansion of the main airport, which shall see the implementation of dedicated tourist taxis. The industry is also focusing on thousands of acres of potential investor opportunities on the pristine coastline that stretches up to 1,600 kilometers around the island. With the presence of international hotel chains, projects are currently aligned from the golden beaches of Pasikuda all the way to the lagoons of Kalpiti, which upon completion will lead to a heavenly beach stay. The pace of tourism developments heralds the dawn of a new era in travel and tourism. Vision 2025. To be recognized as the best island for memorable, authentic, and diverse experiences.
Instrumental music. We have a very long connection, relation with Sri Lanka High Commission in Delhi, almost for 10 years now. And our students are very, very fortunate to get training in Kandyan dance by the professors and Vice Chancellor of University of Visual and Performing Arts, Colombo, Sri Lanka. So, and myself, I'm Srimati Alpana Nayak. I'm an Odissi dancer, and I have done my Bisharad at a very young age. And like I have traveled all over India and many countries outside India to perform. And I have also organized workshops in Odissi dance, cultural heritage of India, and also special education. So today our students will perform Kandian dance as well as Odissi dance. The first performance of today's evening is Puja Vi Nandana or invocation dance. This dance is a salutation to God, Guru and audience. It's specially performed with the intention of invoking the blessings of the triple gem and the deities on the performers and the audience. Prapti Gupta, Pihu Srivastava and Disha Kanan, three most talented dancers of Alpana, are going to perform Puja Vi Nandana. Even though before learning this Kandian dance, they had never visited Sri Lanka, but they learned so beautifully, and when they performed, nobody could really make it whether they are Indians or Sri Lankans. So today, they are going to perform Puja Vi Nandana. I hope all of you enjoyed it. This was the Gujarati Nandan. Now the next item is Gajaga Varnam, which is one of the 18 Varnamas of the Sri Lankan Kandyan dance. As the name suggests, the dance depicts the graceful swaying movements of elephants. The students of Algna were taught this dance form by Professor Aryaratna Kalwarachi, Vice Chancellor of University of Visual and Performing Arts, Colombo, Sri Lanka, during a workshop at Alpana Institute in April 2015. Prapti Gupta, Pinu Srivastava and Disha Kannan are going to present Gajaga Varnam. like a classical Tilana, or we can call it as a Pallavi in Odissi dance. So now students will perform a fusion of Odissi dance and Kanya dance.
Ram
I will announce the names. The three girls who presented Odissi dance, Adrika Das, Marisa, Anusri Dev. All three of them are very small, young girls. They are studying in class 6 only, but they have mastered dance. Now, Shakti Gupta, Kanya, Piyush Srivastav, and Nisha Kanya. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us the opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. We are really honored to present this form in front of the gathering. Thank you, sir.